All right, welcome to Tribulation, day 222. That's 222, which is a multiple of 666. I don't know if that means anything, but who knows? Nowadays, a lot of people looking for signs. Whether it's in the stars or earthquakes or events on Earth. And, over in Operation End Times, I kind of talked about, connecting dots. Everybody's connecting dots. And how, if something happens once, could be a coincidence. Happens twice, real coincidence. But, by the time things are trending or happening a third time, it's like, it's not a coincidence. Like, something is going on. And I think, 2011 was all about coincidences where everybody minimally is on the fence post, saying, yeah, there could be something going on. And then there's people like me where I'm on the other side of the fence post saying there's something going on. And then there'll always be a portion of people on the other side of the fence with their head, in the sand saying there's nothing going on. But I think, most people are realizing that, it's not coincidence anymore. It's like things are happening. Speaking of which, yesterday here in San Jose, California, the weather's been getting colder, but it's still sunny, still pretty nice weather. But I had talked about how in my neighborhood in San Jose, South San Jose, we're having basically a crow and raven blight. Just hundreds and hundreds of crows. They're everywhere. And, they tear up the grass, and, they mess around with the squirrels. I've seen them chasing the hawks. We got a couple of hawks in the neighborhood, but they run for the hills when the flock of crows attack. And, crows are like the most intelligent of the birds, supposedly. But yesterday when I was walking my dogs, there's always crows on the lampposts or on the trees, and it's almost like they're looking at you, laughing at you, ha, ha, making these noises. I look at them, and it's like, are you looking at me? You looking at me? But the other day, walking my dogs, as I was getting close to getting home, a crow flew across with something white in its mouth and landed on the lamppost. And I thought, yeah, it's got to have some kind of food in its mouth. And then as I'm walking, the crow drops it. It falls and hits the ground right in front of me. And it's this like square white thing. I'm like, what the heck is that? So I picked it up. And I couldn't really figure out what it was because I didn't have my reading glasses. I couldn't read what the heck was on there, so I put it in my pocket and I took it home. And what it turned out to be was some kind of like rat poison or insecticide poison in some kind of little container. And the crow was, flying around with it in its beak. Was it going to eat it? Did somebody put it out there to kill the crows? Which would say there's more than just me walking around thinking there's a blight of crows. Or was it just a sign? Was the crow trying to tell me something? Dumping a packet of poison right in front of me. Coincidence or a sign? Exactly. Only time will tell. Anyway, we got Christmas right around the corner. I got family coming in, looking forward to seeing people. The big joke at my condo is my Christmas lights out on the balcony say Happy Noel. That's N-O-A-L. And it's kind of an inside joke because we have a friend named Al, and we're always kind of ribbing him and making fun of him, because that's the kind of guy he is. But we came up with the holiday a couple of years ago. It was called No Al, meaning like when Al wasn't around, life was good, we were celebrating, and when he would show up, it'd be the end of No Al. But what's even more hilarious is I put my Christmas lights out there and I spell Noel, N-O-A-L, and all my neighbors think I'm like retarded, so they keep leaving notes taped to my door. Or, some dude even made a wooden cutout that said Noel, N-O-E-L, which is how you say it for Christmas, which means happy greetings. But, it's just, that's my ongoing Christmas joke is Noel versus Noel, and all my neighbors thinking, that I'm really stupid. But, I'm not the biggest Christmas guy, the whole Christmas scene, shopping, I hate shopping, I hate the whole materialism of Christmas. and, you know, walking my dogs around the neighborhood, you know, everybody's hanging Christmas lights, but there's like a new thing where people try and just put as much Christmas crap in their yard as possible. You know, they put all these inflatable, glowy things and presents and reindeers and Santa Clauses, and it's almost as bad as Halloween, and their front yards just look like complete crap with all this Christmas crap in it. And, you know, if it wasn't the Christmas holidays, if it was like February and you had all that crap in your yard, the city would be writing you out a ticket for blight. You know, but no, it's Christmas, so isn't it lovely? Isn't it beautiful looking at all the sparkly, crappy crap in your front yard? You know, but that's Christmas, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, you know, to everybody. You know, me, you know, I celebrate Jesus' birth, but I celebrate that every single day, so I don't really need a specific day, Christmas, to celebrate it. That's just me. Getting back to the tribulation, you know, going into 2012, you know, should be Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, but man, nothing inside of me says that 2012 is going to be a happy year. You know, the economic meltdown is still ongoing. We got a clueless president who is playing games with politics. I just watched him this morning come out and talk about how, you know, all these poor people don't have $40 and can't afford a pizza or, you know, whatever, and then he's going off to Hawaii on his vacation. It's like, dude, yeah, you know, we really connect with you, man. You're talking about people who don't have $40 and you're spending millions of dollars vacationing in Hawaii. But he's just playing games, you know, while the U.S. economy is suffering and jobs are being lost, and, you know, globally banks are around the world, especially in the EU, are all in the process of collapsing. The domino effect of the global financial collapse is still in motion, and President Barack Obama is clueless, or he wants it to happen. You let me know which one it is, because he's not doing a damn thing to stop it. In his 2-month holiday, payroll holiday is a joke. Ha 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 ha! A joke. You know, it's just political theater. It's sad, you know. But, you know, when he got out there this morning and he's talking, you know, the one thing I noticed, you know, is nowadays, you know, watching TV or the news is pretty bad. You know, Fox is better than most. MSNBC is for just brain-dead Kool-Aid drinkers. But, you know, the news in general is more fake, and what they constantly throw at us, and even the president does this, but they say the American people, the majority of American people, or a recent poll shows that all Americans want this and all Americans want that. And, you know, they keep talking about that, and you know what? That's not anywhere in our process as Americans as far as our system of representation and, you know, how the system works, is for them to be using polls and coming up with these hypothetical, all Americans agree with this or that, you know, like, hold a vote. Hold a vote if that's the way you want to prove that Americans feel one way or the other. But you know what? They don't vote on anything anymore. You know, that's what's going on with this holiday payroll deduction. You know, like what's easier to do is cite some kind of fake statistic of how the majority of somebody backs up whatever it is that you feel should be happening, so there's no need to vote. Just do it. You know, we're living in scary times. You know, propaganda and just, you know, the Washington elite, the society elite, the mass media, and the Washington status quo Democrats and Republicans just trying to brainwash us every day and tell us how to think and what we're thinking through fake polls. You know, we have a poll. You know, Obama's going to get reelected. We got a poll. No, don't even bother voting. The poll told us he won reelection. You know, Americans need to wake the hell up. Polls are just, you know, they shouldn't even have them on the news. They should outlaw them, you know. And of course, as Obama does his little political tap dance, trying to paint Republicans as, you know, some kind of horrible Scrooge monsters, you know, the rest of the world, you know, economically is going into chaos, and, you know, just around the world, man, it's a mess. You know, World War III is on the horizon. China's doing cyber attacks. They just attacked the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and of course, Obama's doing nothing about it. Iran's on the verge of getting a nuclear missile, and, you know, Leon Panetta is saying, oh, we're going to do something about it, but I don't know. I don't hear Obama saying he's going to do anything about it. And Israel, that's the big, you know, what's waiting for us in 2012 is Israel attacking Iran on their own, because nobody else will stand up and do anything about it. So, you know, one way or another, 2012 promises to be just a crazy year, but we got North Korea with Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-il's crazy, retarded third son taking over North Korea. Everybody's scared about what's going on there. Syria, President Assad is still completely out of control, massacring people every single day. Obama just pulled out. He declared the war over in Iraq, just pulled all the troops out of Iraq, and guess what? Not even 24 hours goes by, and man, the whole country's being dropped into chaos as it descends into civil war with people being killed left and right by suicide bombers and terrorists. Egypt's a mess with the Brotherhood taking over and the military beating down civilians. Everywhere you look, there's just craziness. And of course, there's the whole Palestinian Gaza Strip thing that's waiting to blow up. And everybody, all those Middle East countries, eventually going to focus on poor little old Israel. So, I think World War III already started. Russia, we got Vladimir Putin making a power grab. None of the Russians want him to be back in power, so if he rises into power, it's a dark, evil thing. And I just read a report how Russia just came out with their biggest nuclear bomb ever called the Satan missile. And it's amazing because President Barack Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize for doing nothing, but he said, don't worry, I'm for world peace, I'm going to get rid of all the nuclear weapons. And yet the only country he's managed to disarm since he became president is the United States. Everybody else, Russia, China, Iran, Pakistan, either has nuclear weapons, North Korea is threatening to use nuclear weapons, or will have nuclear weapons and want to obliterate somebody. So, great job, Mr. Obama. I salute you for your Nobel Peace Prize. 3 years into your presidency, the world is a nuclear disaster, So, that's reality, man. All right. Hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sign off. The tribulation continues. Extreme weather all around the world. Possible eclipse on Christmas Eve. I don't know that that's going to happen. They're also saying maybe a big earthquake. Who knows? I'm going to think positive. 2012 is a new year, and we all got to just hang on because it's coming. Big things, the Summer Olympics in Britain, the election, the 2013 election. It's going to be a year that we're not going to forget anytime soon. All right.